Losing a family member is the toughest thing anyone can go through, especially if the deceased member is the mother. In other words, the pillar of the house. Now you can imagine how devastating it will be when our royal mother, Queen Elizabeth II, is gone. Due to Queen's health scare after St. Paul's, they are rehearsing the plans for Queen's death. Did you know that networks know exactly what to say? Or that there is a secret code? Or even how many days the funeral will take? We will get right to it in a bit, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the notification bell so that you would be the first one to see all our interesting videos. There was a time when it was forbidden to talk about the potential death of the Queen. That was a crime followed by death, but right now, when things are getting more serious, they're getting prepared for the most sorrowful day. Here's what's going to happen when Queen Elizabeth II passes away. Any idea who's going to be in charge when the Queen is gone? You may not know this, but right when Queen Elizabeth II passes away, Prince Charles is set to be the new ruler. When King George VI died, Queen Elizabeth II was only 26 years old, and she became the Queen right away. She did not even have a proper coronation for almost a year. The announcement of this devastating news is more complicated than normal ones, as she is the Queen. Many countries need to be informed that Her Majesty is no longer living. 15 countries and 36 nations, to be exact, have Queen Elizabeth II as the head of their states. After all these countries have been informed about the news of her passing, that is the time when the news is going to go viral, following some steps. All of this is handled by Sir Edward Young, the private secretary of the Queen. He will make the call to Prime Minister Theresa May, and it all goes from there. Did you know that there will be a Buckingham Palace note? In fact, nothing is considered to be official until you see the note pinned on the Buckingham Palace gate saying that the Queen has passed away. The news will be in the form of a written note on the gate of a palace pinned by a footman who is dressed properly for the morning. After this step, the online part can go ahead and upload the news. The website of the palace will change into a black page with the announcement on it. Now it is time to answer one of the questions we posed at the beginning of the video. Did you know that there is a secret code? There have always been codes to announce the death of a monarch. The code for the death of George VI was Hyde Park Corner, and the code for the mother of Queen Elizabeth II was Operation Tape Breach. The code for the death of the Queen Elizabeth has been a secret since they want to prevent any rumors from going viral, but seems like recently the code has been revealed as people believe that the code is London Bridge is down. But what will happen if Her Majesty doesn't die in London? The protocol of Queen's death is not something that takes a day or two to plan, and for that reason, if she dies in anywhere but London, things are going to be a little bit chaotic. However, they're prepared for the worst. If she ends up losing her life anywhere abroad, a royal jet along with a royal coffin is ready to take her back to where she belongs. If she dies in Scotland, where she spends a few months of the year in, her body will be carried with a train to the palace and people are allowed to throw flowers. This is definitely nothing to take lightly, so the whole preparation process is to the extreme and every single thing you can ever imagine is going to be prepared and rehearsed. It's definitely not going to be like any of the lost news you have seen have been covered. A TV producer said that he has an instruction book a couple of inches thick that will be the guide throughout the announcement for him. How many days does a normal person's funeral take? 2? Max 5? Something that is pretty vividly predicted is that the depression that will fall upon people is greater than anything else. And the reason for that is the love that they have for the Queen. So having that in mind, it is only normal for the funeral to be very, 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 very long. To be exact, 10 days. Just like her ancestors, the Queen's body is going to be prepared for the public. Her body will lay there at Westminster Hall for 4 days, and it will be open 23 hours for the public to come and visit and pay their respects. There will be portable restrooms for the public and water stations. And also, as the Queen is one of the most loved monarchs and she is in love with her corgis, there's a possibility that on the way to the funeral, the procession will be led by corgis. Interestingly, the new king, in all those 4 days that the body of the Queen is being on the display in Westminster Hall, is not going to stay in London. It is in fact the time for him to see and be seen, so he will be touring Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. And throughout this whole time, he will spend most of the time walking than riding a car. There is a traditional phrase that must be said during the accession of a new monarch in many countries. The king is dead, long live the queen. So when the dearest Queen Elizabeth II passes away and his son Charles takes the title, we will hear, "The Queen is dead, long live the king." If you found this information surprising and bizarre, help us gain more likes on this video and share your ideas in the comment section below so we can like them. Until next time, bye-bye.